G'day everyone, welcome back to another episode of Cruizin Tomatoes. Today we're going to be showing you something a little bit different. We're going to show you all how to install a genuine Toyota weather shield onto this 150 series Toyota Land Cruiser Prado. So these models here were made from 2019 to 2022, so they'll fit the current model. Really nice and easy fit. And along with me today is my handy helper of a son,
Hello.
Isaac.
Hello.
So as you see, Isaac loves his Skylines and he wants to have a big collection of them when he's older. So let's hope he does. All right, so let's move along. We're going to show you, this is the weather shield that we're going to be installing today for the purpose of the video, and we're going to be installing it on the passenger side front door. Toyota doesn't make a genuine one for the rear. It's only the two front ones. So if you want to come over along here, I'm going to show you the parts that come with it from the factory. So you obviously get your installation instructions. If anyone's interested, the part number is here. I'll also put it in the description for you so you can see that in case you're after one yourself. Along with the kit, you get your primer, you get your alcohol wipe for cleaning your paint, making sure it's all nice and dust free. You'll also get these screw fixings, so they go on the outside of the weather shields. You got the little brackets which they'll go through to. You've got your little plastic washers, you've got your hexagonal little nuts, and you got your little tool. So you can see that that's in a hexagonal shape. What a word. All right, and that just goes on here, and we use that to tighten. So it's great. You don't need any other tools. Everything comes in the kit, which is fantastic. Just to let you know, obviously with our kit, we've already done the driver's side, and one of the parts was actually missing. So Toyota was really good. We gave them a call straight away, and they've got a part coming the following day. So really good service from them. Can't fault them in terms of that. Look, I've used a lot of different eBay brands and different types of weather shields. I've got to admit, Toyota, even though, look, you're paying a lot more for them, the quality is just there. We've had them on our 120 series Prado, and that was a 2006 model. Even to today, we've seen that car going around. They actually live around the corner from us. Still, the weather shields are on there, not even loose. A lot of those other ones we had them on our Pajero that we had. It was an NP model. They come loose. They don't like the dirt. So I've thought, look, I'm going to stick with genuine Toyota. Good way to go. I'm not biased. I'm not a Toyota lover. I do love the quality though. I think they're really great in terms of the way they're built, the support you get with them. But yeah, anyway, enough about Toyota. Here we're going to be installing the weather shield. So let's move along and to the side of the car where we're going to be doing the install. And I look forward to hopefully showing you how to install in a nice, simple, easy manner. It's not overly complicated. Let's go ahead. Alrighty, here we are on the passenger side of this Land. Alrighty, here we are on the passenger side of this beautiful 150 series Land Cruiser Prado. And here is the weather shield. So the first step we're going to do is tell you to read the instructions. On the other hand, don't read the instructions. Look, do whatever you feel is good for you. Look, I've read them. I've gave a bit of a skim. I actually found them really quite hard to navigate. I went on YouTube. I couldn't find anything exactly like what we wanted. Hence why I'm making this video, to try and make things easy for people. It really, really is simple. So I think the best way is to make a quick video and you guys can just watch it. I said the instructions, hopeless. You got better reading an IKEA 1 backwards. Alrighty, so first thing we're going to do here is use this alcohol prep wipe to clean the outer of the door trim here where the weather shield is going to be stuck on. So we open it up, really nice and simple. Lucky it is nice and wet. Sometimes you get those ones that are really dry from age or whatever. And we know it's going to go about from around here. We're going to give it a nice good clean wipe all the way. You wipe it all along here, give it a really nice clean. Alrighty. So you make sure it's dust free. You don't want any dirt on it because you want the adhesive to really stick on. Especially if you're like us and you do a lot of outback traveling and going through national parks and bushes. You want to make sure that they really are stuck on. Which is really good. As I said, with these Toyota ones, it actually comes with brackets as well, not just the eBay special where they're just 3M tape stuck on and that's it. Here they're actually screwed on as well. So again, you are paying for the quality, but if you're on a budget, look, you've all got to do what you got to do. So once we've given that a good wipe, you're meant to let it sit for about a minute or two, let it dry up. Once we're happy with that, what you can do is trial fit this on so you get an idea on where these little brackets need to go. You can obviously measure it and get some tape, whatever you need to do, however you feel comfortable. But for us, look, it's pretty straightforward. You need to align this. So here's the weather shield, and you got a little rubber piece here, which is good. So this needs to be right up against the mirror door trim, and the reason it needs to be right up against it, which is right here, it needs to be right up against it, is to stop any wind noise, because last thing you want to be driving on a nice road trip and all you're hearing is the howling or whistling, of the car doing 110 k's an hour. You don't want to hear that. You want nice, quiet, and a good fit. So that's really important. So what we'll do is we line that up, and you need to make sure that the top of this, so the top of the weather shield, aligns to approximately 14 mil from the top of the door trim here. All right, so it looks pretty good to me. Look, I'm not going to measure it. I did try and measure it when I first fitted the other side, but in all honesty, you don't really need to, and you'll probably spend more time pulling out your hair trying to get it right. Here we can see it's a beautiful, perfect fit, and it looks great to me. So what we'll do, we're going to get my handy helper, Isaac, to hold this in position. Perfect. Now, Isaac is a really good helper, and he loves cars. He helps me service cars, so big thumbs up to Isaac, and big thumbs up if you like this video. What we're going to do here, you'll notice three of these little brackets are different size, and one is the odd one. That odd one is actually for the mirror part, and the other three goes into the actual inner door trim. Another important tip, make sure the window is all the way down. You definitely need the window down. You can't do it without that. So what we're going to do now is we'll put these down there, and we've got the three here. So ignore me, don't mean to put my back to you, but what we're going to do here, we've got our one here, and what we do, I'll take this off here, but you can see here, the little door trim here. I apologize, I'm giving you the wrong finger. All right, that's not how I feel about you, okay? I promise. But what we want to do is make sure that these little brackets are actually inside, and you want to make sure they're actually firm inside the actual rubber, which is in here. There we go, just in there. Sorry, I'm trying to pull that down while holding it. Perfect, like that. All right, so we can see that's great. So just to recap, where you got this little curve, the curve actually goes underneath it, like this way. All right, and it goes in the little rubber part here. It won't affect your windows or anything like that. And I know it does look really weird, but once it lines up and you screw everything in, it's actually going to fall into place. So that was the thing that worried me when I first actually tried to fit it on. I kept thinking, why are these not right? They're not right. But that is how it starts. So don't be alarmed. That is how it's going. So when you're trialing fitting it, don't worry. All right, so we've got that. And now we're just roughing. All we want to know is where they're going to go. So the next one is over here. So look, it's approximately here. We just want to shove it in. And we will actually line it up really easily because they're movable. Alrighty, so we've got one more here, and then we've got the one that goes in the mirror, which I'll show you. So again, back to lining it up. All right, handy helper Isaac, thank you. All right. Kids are very handy, trust me. All right. So we've got another one down here. Hopefully you can see that. So all we're going to do is we know where approximately is going to go. We're going to take this off now. Thank you, Mr. Isaac. If you can hold that for us, you're a fantastic helper. And we know it's going to go approximately around here. So excellent, right in there. So you got the general idea. Going to get the fourth one, which is for the mirror. And again, look, the mirror one, it's really easy because you can move them around. People don't realize. They think, oh, you have to get it right. You've got to get it right. But no, they actually can move around, which is really good. So we know it's going to go approximately around here, Isaac. All right, and what we want to do is make sure, again, that the inner curve is actually facing outwards, okay? So that's the part that the instructions don't say very clearly. All right, so we're going to approximately chuck that in there, which is great. So you can see it's actually bent going along the line of this mirror trim. All right, so you got an idea now? Fantastic. All righty. So our next part, once we've done that, is essentially, hopefully that's all nice and dry, is we're actually going to fit this. So the instructions say to peel a little bit, approximately about 50 degrees on each ones, and then we go very slowly and peel it off because we want it to be nice. We want to get it right the first time. If any of you have dealt with 3M tape, you know it needs to go on right the first time. So we're just going to do a little bit on the top here. All right, and what we want to do, we want to make sure when we are peeling it, that we're leaving it to the top. So you can see it's going to the top. The reason we want it to the top is so we can actually pull it upwards as we're going around the curve of the door. All right, same as this one here, the top part here. Obviously this one here is a little bit different, but again, the same principle applies. We want it to go on the outside of the trim. All right, outside. So we can pull it out, it'll be nice and easy. Alrighty. So once we're happy with this, we give it one more lining up here. Alrighty, and our handy helper Isaac. Thank you, make sure that's flush there. So very good, he's got a good firm hand, this boy. All right, now we can see here, everything's lining up perfect. So it looks really great. You know, we could probably go a fraction higher. But what we want to do now is we can see here, hopefully you can see through the tinted tint of the shield. We want to bring them down a little bit more. We want to get, there we go. So it's perfectly lined up now. That hole marries up. And you do the same with them all. So we weren't too far off. This one here, only a mil off. That one there, we're actually right on. And that one, we're a little bit low. So we're going up. Perfect. So now you can see we've all lined them up and it was easy. Really handy when you got someone helping you guys. Once we're done with this, what we want to do now is we'll start with this part. So we're going to undo the tape and pull it off from there. All right, so Isaac, if I can get you to go up there and hold that top part, please. So if you can put your hand over here. Fantastic. Good, man. All right, now we can see here, before you start undoing the tape, everyone, make sure again that this part here is flush. All right, make sure it's flush against here. You don't want to have a gap. Trust me, you do not want to have a gap. It'll be very noisy for you and your passengers in your car. Unless, of course, you don't want to hear, you know, your partner or, you know, whoever is sitting with you, then feel free to do it. Trust me. I'm sure I'll feel the breath of that later on. Trust me. Alrighty, so here we go. We're going to start pulling this. See how it's sticking out, the little tab? So we start pulling it, and we do sections by sections. We do approximately 10 centimeters at a time. All right, because we want to make sure that it is in the right spot. There we go. So it's about 10 centimeters, and then we give it a nice little push in. All right. So we give it a nice push in there, and the same, and we keep doing it. Fantastic. It's really good. And keep doing it again. So just keep doing a little bit of pressure there. It doesn't require too much. Right. You can get a bit confident and do a little bit more. Look, my golden rule is, I think 10 centimeters is pretty good. It gives you that time to make sure everything is nice and secure. All right, here we go, almost there. All right, and what we do, when we come to the end bit, because we need to make sure we can get that other one out. Very good, so we can see how Isaac is touching that. So we can either get him to do it. All right, so make sure you can get that out. Perfect, how's that? There we go. All right, so what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna do this last bit and give that a nice push in. Perfect, and everything else, all the holes are lining up perfectly. So Isaac, if you want to do the honors and pull the last little strip out. Can you do it? Come on everyone, he needs a chair. Give him a chair.
I don't have enough.
No? Alrighty, so we just pull it out, there we go. There you go, I'll let you have the honors, Isaac. It's out. There we go, like a ripcord and a parachute. So, there we go. And he's a good boy. Alright, let go. There we go. All right, everyone. So you can see now, everything's lining up. It's nice and secure, and we've got our holes all ready to go. Our next steps is to go to the back of the car or wherever you've put your, your nuts and little bits of pieces, and we're going to start securing everything here, which is really, really easy. Let's get on with it. Thank you. Put the primer on.
Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna ignore it. Jesus. I knew there was something I was...
Why don't you... You can't take that. You can't. Oh, no, you can't.
No, can't take it off.
It.
That's okay. Lucky's got these. All right. Ready? Okay. We're back. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Alrighty, so here we go. We've got our little bits and pieces here. And what we start off by doing is these nice little black ones. It's really a nice touch that Toyota has done. So they've made it nice and dark. So that way when it's actually on here, alright, you can see that it's nice and it's not going to be sticking out like a dog's breakfast. Alright, so that's nice. It's in there nice and firm. Alright, once it's in there, we then put the washer on the inside. So the washer goes on the inside and then the nut goes on and then you just give it a nice tighten with that. If you do that for all four and you're good to go. So let's get cracking. Just another handy tip, sometimes you can actually fit them using the tool, or you can just screw them on and then actually give them a little bit of a tighten. Handy tip, don't over tighten them too much, or it could possibly be that it will strip off the outer screw. Alrighty, here we go, there's one. So hopefully you guys can see that. If you'd like to bring the camera around, have a look. So that's what it should look like. It's not completely tightened yet, but that's what this little handy tool is for. So we just get the little handy tool in here. And there we go, it's nice and in. Give it a few tightens. Alrighty, and that's it. So we'll now continue and do the rest, and we'll show you once we're done. Alrighty, all completed. The 150 series weather shield, genuine Toyota one, fully installed, nice and easy. All up, apart from the stopping, you know, for all the editing and fun stuff that goes on behind the scenes. It's probably about a maybe 10-15 minute job at the most. We've got all the nice securing hardware all in place. You can feel this, it's not going anywhere. That's really nice and firm. Next step to do is to christen the Titanic. I don't have a bottle of champers, but voila, all done. So thank you guys, hope you enjoyed watching this video. Hopefully it's made your job easier if you ever do need to go and install them. So it's not a hard task at all. And a big thank you to Isaac here, my master helper. Couldn't have done it without him. So if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. Take care, all the best guys, and enjoy the weekend. Bye for now.